What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, and we are back with another GML. For those who don't know, is German Midweek League, and this is week 2, and we have Die Crew against Die Spikerwelpe. Yeah, definitely probably butchered that, no idea what it means in German, but we've got Die versus Die. So going to be an interesting one for sure indeed. You can see Die Crew absolutely dominated this one, 60 stars, so a perfect war for them against Die Spikerwelpe's 43 stars. So today we're going to be taking a look at 5 of the Die Crew's attacks, including one Town Hall 10 mass minion attack. So definitely worth watching all the way through to check that one out. So let's just jump into it without further ado. We're going to be starting off here with, not even going to try that name, just going to call them OP, going in with a Frozen Witch, and this is a very strong strategy at Town Hall 10. I absolutely love using this strategy myself. Obviously it's pretty base dependent if you can use it or not, but OP gonna be using it here. Gonna start off with a big group of witches on the left, big group of witches at the top, and then gonna get the rest pushing in from the middle left hand side. The wall wrecker will be needed to push through all the way as far into this base as we can. As you can see, that town hall is all the way on the other side of the base, so we really need to hope this wall wrecker can get as much value as possible. That single target inferno will need to be frozen. Boom, it gets frozen up nicely right there, but it looks like the troops already starting to wander a little bit around. 2 of the witches getting hit by those giant bombs very early on, and that wall wrecker is going to fall already, so definitely not what OP would have wanted. The wall wrecker popping hugely early, still got half the base to go. But let's see how he will continue pushing on through. Those max bowlers from the clan castle will do so much work. Another free spell going down on that inferno tower just to make sure these bowlers can get as much value as possible. The witches still pushing around the outside are doing a fantastic job, and the couple of healers that are on them are keeping them on full health, so they will continue to push around the outside, sniping off all the buildings around there for us. Queen doing a huge amount of work in the center. Her ability has been used unfortunately, but she should be able to take down that expo before it takes her down. Free spell is actually going to be used right there, and it looks like it's pretty much going to be up to these witches that have swung around the outside of the base to finish up. OP getting a couple of cleanup archers in down on that bottom section of the base to just make sure we do not time fail, but the queen gonna snipe that gold storage, but probably will be taken out by that wizard tower. Yes, she goes down right there, but there is so many witches still left up. Looks like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 witches and a wizard, I believe, still left up, so this one completely overkill. OP absolutely destroying this base. It did not stand a chance against this Frozen Witch strategy. Even with that wall wrecker fail slightly at the start, not getting probably as far as OP would have wanted, still easily had this one in the bag. So down goes the wizard tower. A 3-star for Die Crew to start off this video. Let's go and take a look now at a Town Hall 11 Lalo attack. Wolf is going to be the next attacker right here, and it looks like they are bringing a blimp, so I'm guessing it will be an Electron Lalo attack. 2 clone spells in there, so I'm guessing they will be pushing in to try and get a big value from the center of this base using those clone spells, and probably an E-Dragon, some balloons coming out of that battle blimp. So let's see. Going to be starting off here with a couple of test loons at the start, then getting the king and queen in to just start off this funnel. A wizard and a minion up on the top section of that base. Unfortunately, the king's ability, all those barbarians got taken out by that giant bomb, which is a little bit unfortunate because they can actually do quite a significant amount of damage if they don't get hit by any splash. We're going to get another test loon in there just to make sure. Queen is able to take care of that air defense, which should mean this blimp should be able to get all the way into this base, no problem at all. Freezing and getting a poison spell down on the clan castle troops and the enemy queen right there, and look at all those balloons. They will tear through this base very quickly. The queen is doing a little bit of work on them, but they can continue pushing on through. They have completely ripped through the center of this base, wiping out so many air defenses already. Only 2 left there on that left hand side. The E-Drag still going strong, will probably fall reasonably soon to those double expos on it. Wolf though has completely wiped out this whole right hand side of the base, and well, this one looks very comfortable already. A couple of cleanup minions already coming in from this right hand side. A couple of loons on that cannon just to make sure the funneling goes right. And we are now going to be pushing in from this left hand side. The 2 lava hounds that we have going to converge on that bottom air defense. We have one that I'm guessing will come in from the top, actually going to swing in from the left hand side. A couple of troll Teslas popping up there, one on the left and the Tesla farm at the top next to that multi-target inferno, which may cause us some issues as we do not have any free spells to deal with it. But we just need to hope that these balloons under that haste spell, which will be going down relatively soon, will be able to push through that, as there is so many. Warden's ability, didn't even realize it hadn't been used, going to be popped right there, going to get us through that multi-target inferno. That tornado trap is going to go off there, a red bomb as well, going to catch those balloons, but it's not going to be enough to stop Wolf from absolutely annihilating this base. All of the lava pups, look at them, there is so many on the screen, absolutely annihilating that town hall. And going to help these balloons a little bit with cleanup. So let's just speed it up right there to finish off as these air troops just finish off cleaning up this base. Very, very strong stuff indeed. A very well executed Electron from that blimp at the start. Impressive stuff indeed. Let's go and take a look at another air attack. However, this time it's a drag bat. Fireball is going to be the next attacker, and as you can see, a drag bat attack. Going to be starting off with an ice golem down on this bottom section. Should be able to get pretty good value from that ice golem, which should allow the queen to wipe out all of these structures down here on the bottom section. We also have the king pushing around this right hand side, just starting that funnel. Pops the ice golem down there on the bottom section. The queen gonna continue sniping away at some of these buildings. Should be able to get both wizard towers and that air defense, which is huge for a drag bat attack. Going to get the Stone Slammer and a couple of loons down here on this right hand side. Unfortunately, that single target Inferno does lock on to that Stone Slammer pretty early, doing quite a bit of damage. Queen's ability going to be popped there on the bottom section, and she is able to wipe out all of those structures. Unfortunately, Fireball going straight in towards that Air Sweeper, which may stall these dragons for a little bit. We have 2 Ice Golems coming down on the top section of this base, and in goes the Bat Bomb, freezes up that Inferno Tower, and the Bat Bomb coming in under that Rage spell as well should be able to completely tear through this base. Both of those wizard towers are set onto other troops, so it should mean these bats are able to absolutely rip through them. Luckily, that wizard tower just swaps over onto that ice golem there at the last second. The enemy queen is still up and raining down fire on our dragons, but 3 of them will take her down pretty quickly right there in the center. The bats finishing off that air defense right there. And this one definitely in the bag for Fireball. Those air skellies doing a huge amount of work onto our bats, but as soon as those dragons get in the range of them, they will just annihilate them. And this one already looking pretty much like an overkill right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons still left up. Absolutely ridiculous how OP Fireball was in this attack. Really, really impressive stuff for sure. Let's go and take a look at a Town Hall 12 3-star attack. Demonic is going to be the next attacker here, and you can see a strange sort of base layout, this sort of donut base. Usually you would see the Town Hall quite far in the middle with a lot of walls, but this one looks like it'd be pretty easy to funnel in for Demonic. So he is going to be using a lot of earthquake spells right here. I'm not sure if he would have been able to range all of them, maybe actually wasting quite a significant amount of spells there. Probably could have used 1 earthquake and then a jump and saved 2 spells, but going to be pushing in from this right hand side. All of the troops pretty much going to be spammed in. We do have the Wall Wrecker as well, which seems strange to me because the Wall Wrecker probably could have pushed in and we could have saved those earthquake spells maybe for the back end to open up one of those sections. So a little bit strange on this one, but we are going to be pushing straight into the center of the base here. Those max balloons, however, doing quite a significant amount of damage onto our troops. Ice Golems popping all over the center of this base. Giga Tesla now activated, and that Wall Wrecker is going to pop, and the P.E.K.K.A. coming out of it will set to work on the Town Hall. Giga Bomb goes off, but it's not going to be enough to stop any of these troops as the Grand Warden's ability had been activated. We have quite a lot of bowlers coming around this right hand side. They should be able to take out most of that section down there. The Queen doing a great job with the help of that P.E.K.K.A. and Warden in the middle of the base. We have quite a few witches as well, getting those skeletons in the mix too, which can significantly significantly help, especially against single target infernos. The queen, however, does deal with that single target inferno, but she did have to pop her ability in the center. A cleanup archer coming in from the left hand side. Queen's gonna fall right there, and the warden will be closely followed. I'm guessing just going to get out of range there. He seems a little unsure what he's actually doing, but he is going to shoot on that wall there to help those troops get through. But at this point we have so many bowlers and witches swinging around the bottom section of this base that this one is pretty much in the bag. For me, it was a little odd seeing that wall wrecker come in through those already broken the broken walls, excuse me, from those earthquake spells, but it seems to have worked for Demonic here. Might actually get quite lucky here in the end, because there's quite a few defensive structures up and there is hardly any troops. We only have a couple of witches really, and we need them to tank for us. That bomb tower is certainly going to do a huge amount of damage onto those witches, but luckily it had already taken some significant damage. So this one definitely in the bag here for Demonic. Let's just speed it up as we have one attack left, which is certainly one to stay tuned for. Like I said at the start, it's a Town Hall 10 mass minion 3-star attack. Let's go and take a look. So here we go, 80 minions in this composition, 2 lava hounds, as well as 6 bat spells. So Don Corleone, yeah, probably butchering that name, so apologies, is going to be going on this base with 80, yes, that's right, 80 minions. This is going to be very impressive to watch indeed. So we're going to be starting off with the baby dragon here on that left hand side. We have a giant tanking a little bit for the queen down on the bottom section of the base. We also have a wizard cleaning up some of these outer structures. In goes the king. He will be looking to push in and get rid of that wizard tower nice and early on for us. Queen's ability is going to pop right there and take care of that wizard tower on the right hand side. Unfortunately, out comes that clan castle pretty early, and it is going to absolutely roast our troops right there. A dragon can certainly get through minions very, very quickly, so it's something that we need to keep in mind, something that we certainly need to consider. Lava Hound going out there, and I'm guessing Dawn was expecting that dragon to focus in on the Lava Hound, but luckily those minions, with the help of the poison spell, are going to manage to get through that dragon. And look at them, we have so many minions swarming in from the bottom section of the base. We don't really have anything that can stop them other than red bombs. They would do a hell of a lot of damage. We have the stone slammer coming in from the top, and in comes the bat bomb from this top section of the base. Freeze, rage, and all 6 of those bat spells coming in. Unfortunately, just wearing off there at the last second, that freeze, so the wizard tower looks like it got one shot off, but these bats are going to tear through the back end of this one, destroying defense after defense. Stone slammer pops there on that left hand side. The balloons coming out will tear through those last few defenses over there. Minions on the town hall will be able to take that down pretty quickly. Balloons are going to come over and try and deal with that expo. The minion's going to get a couple of shots off. We have plenty of cleaned up ones pushing around that right hand side, and this one, oh, and there's all the bombs. 2 red bombs and 1 black bomb going off there. Balloon's going to take care of the enemy king, and this one definitely in the bag for Dawn. A hugely impressive attack, one that I've hardly ever seen before. A mass minion 3-star at Town Hall 10. Huge congratulations again to Die Crew on winning their second week of the GML. Impressive stuff indeed. If you haven't already seen week 1, I will leave it in a card right about now, so feel free to go and check that out too. And that does bring us to a close for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you have, let me know in the comments which one of these attacks was your favorite. For me, it was of course that one we just watched, the mass minion attack. Leave a like as well. Can we aim for, say, 6 likes? That would be great. Subscribe too if you haven't already. 80% of my people watching my videos are unsubscribed, so if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just go down there and press that subscribe button. It really helps me out. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that might be. Peace.